Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following NCAAF matches that is happening on Friday, September 23rd, 2023. We will be providing our team, total, and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comment section below. Army vs. Syracuse. Take Army plus 21.5 points. And here is why. The Army Black Knights embarked on this season's campaign with a mixed bag of results. In their opening game against Louisiana Monroe, they encountered early adversity, struggling to find their offensive rhythm, and managing to amass a mere 13 points despite controlling possession for over 33 minutes. However, the team demonstrated resilience, rebounding strongly in subsequent contests. A resounding victory over Delaware State showcased their ability to dominate when given the opportunity, setting the stage for their remarkable upset against the media darlings, UTSA. This unexpected triumph catapulted the Black Knights into the national spotlight, particularly in their primetime Friday night showdown. While the total rushing yards reached a commendable 254 in San Antonio, it was the innovative shotgun triple option look that generated widespread discussion on platforms like Reddit and X, leaving football enthusiasts eagerly anticipating the team's future offensive strategies. The Army's tempting plus 21.5 point spread can be justified by their strong historical performance as underdogs. They have an impressive 8-4 record ATS since 2021, successfully covering the spread in 66.7% of such instances. Additionally, their distinctive style of play heavily relies on a powerful ground game, which allows them to control the clock and shorten the game. This strategy limits their opponents' opportunities to score points. While they primarily focus on rushing, the Black Knights have also demonstrated their ability to keep up with well-timed passes and a solid defensive performance. Therefore, they possess the necessary tools to keep the competition close, making the plus 21.5 point spread an intriguing option for those considering betting on the Army side. Also take under 50.5 points. Betting the under of 50.5 in the Syracuse vs. Army matchup appears to be a prudent choice, supported not only by historical trends but also by the potential game dynamics. Syracuse's home games since 2021 have consistently trended towards the under, with an 11-5 record in such contests, indicating a propensity for lower scoring affairs in front of their home crowd. Additionally, Army's away games have also leaned towards the under, boasting a 6-4 record in that regard. Furthermore, considering Army's proclivity for controlling the clock and drawing out games with their deliberate style of play, the introduction of new clock rules could further contribute to a lower scoring contest. These factors collectively suggest that betting the under 50.5 may indeed be a wise choice, aligning with historical data and the potential game dynamics at play. Virginia Tech vs. Marshall. Take Virginia Tech Hokies plus 5 points. The Virginia Tech Hokies have been doing decently well as they are averaging 23 points on 324.3 total yards of offense. There are questions surrounding if Kieran Jones or Grant Wells will be under center for this game as Wells recovers from an ankle injury suffered against Purdue. That means the running game has to be better than it has been, and junior running back Bashal Tootin needs to step up. On the year, he has 38 rushes for 104 yards, 2.7 yards per carry, with a rushing touchdown as well as 3 catches for 50 yards, 16.7 yards per reception, and a receiving touchdown. They need to get going in the ground game if they want to step up and win here on the road. The defense of the Virginia Tech Hokies have been doing decently well as they allowed 25.3 points on 341.3 total yards per game. The defense needs to defend the run a lot better as they allowed 212 rushing yards per game up to this point. Last week against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, the defense allowed 6 of 13 on third down tries. They were awful against the run as they gave up 7.5 rushing yards per attempt. If the defense can shore up that aspect, they will be in a great spot going forward. Due to the uncertainty surrounding Virginia Tech's quarterback, Wells, they find themselves in a unique position to control the game. There is a notable contrast between these two offenses, with the Hokies converting 15 out of 43 third down attempts, 34.88%, while the Thundering Herd has a lower success rate at 7 out of 25 attempts, 28%, in those situations. Drones displayed some promising skills as a dual-threat quarterback against a solid Power 5 defense in Rutgers. Despite the injuries, it appears that the Thundering Herd will struggle to put up a significant number of points in this game. The Marshall coaching staff has to prepare for both quarterbacks, giving Virginia Tech a slight technical advantage. Also, I'll go with over 41 points in this game. The offense for the Marshall Thundering Herd is scoring 26 points on 402.5 total yards per game. They are struggling in the passing game, so junior running back Rasheen Ali has been doing extremely well running the football. He has 36 rushes for 222 yards, 6.2 yards per carry, with 5 rushing touchdowns as well as 5 catches for 47 yards, 9.4 yards per reception. This team needs to play better under center, so they need to do better in the passing game to be 3-0. The Marshall Thundering Herd defense has been their best aspect as they are giving up 15 points on 284.5 total yards per game. In their previous game against East Carolina, they allowed 13 points on 269 total yards. They dominated against the pass as they only allowed 4 yards per pass and 2 interceptions. This Thundering Herd team needs to step up if they want to win here. The Virginia Tech Hokies and the Marshall Thundering Herd both have been scoring the ball well enough to score well enough here. Rasheen Ali has been doing very well running the ball, and Virginia Tech struggles to defend the run. These teams are going to score the ball decently well, and neither defense is going to dominate as they don't have the skilled position players to defend here. The over has it in 3 of the last 4 Hokies games, as well as hitting in the previous 3 Thundering Herd games. Florida State, FSU versus Clemson. Take the Seminoles giving the points. The Seminoles nearly blew a 21-point lead at Boston College last Saturday, but managed to hang on. They had won their first 2 games by an average of 37 points per game, but the offense went dormant after scoring a touchdown with 11:20 left in the third quarter in their last game. Quarterback Jordan Travis was shaken up during the game and was forced out for a bit, but returned in the second half and shouldn't be hindered entering this matchup. He finished the game going 15-24 with 222 yards passing and 2 touchdowns, while also rushing for 38 yards on 4 attempts. Travis has thrown 8 touchdown passes, tying him for 14th in the country, and he has been picked off just once in 84 pass attempts. Clemson has held a dominant position in recent years, securing 7 consecutive victories over the Seminoles. It's been a while since the roles were reversed, as they are in this matchup. Since 2000, Florida State has only managed to win twice in 11 trips to Death Valley. However, despite this history, they find themselves as the favorites in this game, largely because of their impressive season-opening win over number 5 LSU. While the Noles didn't perform at their best against Boston College, it's worth noting that the Eagles played exceptionally well. Travis' injury doesn't seem to be a significant concern heading into this game. Still, it's important to acknowledge the challenging environment, especially for the senior quarterback who didn't play the last time FSU visited Clemson. In the previous season, Travis, the Seminoles signal caller, accounted for 3 touchdowns in a 34-28 loss to then number 4 Clemson. Travis is a poised quarterback, and as a senior, he's less likely to be rattled by the crowd. I believe the Seminoles are determined to make a statement after last week's close call, and they are probably eager to end their losing streak against Dabo and his team. Aslo take the over. In response to a season-opening loss to Duke, the Tigers have unleashed the offense to the tune of 114 points over the next 2 games. However, those came versus Cupcakes Charleston Southern and Florida Atlantic. Despite 48 points last week, the passing game looked limp with just 204 yards. Starter Cade Klubnik did connect for 3 touchdown strikes, but had a season-low 169 passing yards. He is 8th in the ACC, averaging 231 passing yards per game, and his 8 touchdown passes are tied for 2nd. Klubnik will be without starter receiver Cole Turner the rest of the way after the wideout tore abductor muscles in the last game, ending his season. The head-to-head has seen the over go 6-3-1 over the last 10 meetings and 4-1-1 in the last 6. Last season, these two combined to score 62 points against a 51-point total. Both sides have also learned on the over this season, with the Seminoles seeing all 3 of their games tipping over the total and Clemson's last 2. The Seminoles offense put up 45 against number 5 LSU in Week 1 and are averaging 47.3 points per game, 7th in the nation. They should challenge an uncharacteristically bad Tigers defense. Travis, being a senior, provides tons of confidence in that factor. Expect things to stay status quo in this matchup.